Thank you everyone for coming to our board meeting. We're running a couple minutes late. But right now, I'd like to know if there are any agenda additions or deletions. I have one for the zoning administrator who came in earlier today, and we would go into executive session to discuss his appointment under personnel, right?
So can we just add that to our personnel executive decision, this one here?
Do we have time for his, because we're only allowed.
How long are we allowed, William? Okay, so we'll just make sure we don't exceed the 30 minutes.
For both these executive sessions?
Oh, he's coming for it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's why, let's keep it under
Okay.
old business.
All right.
And we'll go into executive session
Okay.
then.
I didn't catch that he was coming, sorry.
Yep.
I thought you just had something to report.
No. So, is there a motion to add that to our agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anything else under addition or deletion? Hearing none, I would like a motion regarding the February 10th, 2020 minutes.
Having looked them over, I'd move that we approve them as presented.
I'll second.
Is there any corrections or deletions? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Alright,
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we enter into executive session not to exceed 30 minutes, to have a discussion with the road crew.
is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Alright, everybody else take a break. Alright, we're coming out of executive session.
We got this one down here.
Pardon me,
yeah. Double up on.
Okay,
Unless we're doing it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's personnel.
Yep.
So somebody wanna make a motion to come out of executive
I'll make a
session?
motion.
Second.
Bob. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? And, it was, some personal issues with the members of the road crew, and I think we've done pretty good work on that, do justice, as they say. So,
Some research gonna be done and
Yes.
final decisions made later on in March.
alright, road commissioners report, what do you got for us, Cass?
Nothing really to report other than everything's been ongoing, and I give kudos to road crew for this last storm we had of the long time, and of all night plowing sand and salt to keep our roads open and safe much as possible of the way it was. I don't know if Katie has anything she wants to follow up on as far as the highway report. As I said, everything else been ongoing from the grants, the structures grant. We applied today to get started. That's about it I have.
Alright, anybody have anything for the road commissioner? Alright, under highway, we did have the road commissioner appointment discussion, and some of that has to be done because there's personnel issues that we will, include in the second executive session that we have, which is also personnel. So if anybody,
So I'd like to make a motion that we
Yeah.
adjust our agenda and move the road commissioner appointment discussion to new business after the second executive session.
Second.
is there any other comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Who seconded that?
Rick?
I was quick on that one.
And there's be a second executive session.
Correct, we added it under zoning administrator discussion for old business.
But you bring this under new business.
That's going under new business now. Yep.
Okay, we have, warrants are floating and drifting. They're over here if anybody wants to check on them. Is there any guests? You're coming a little bit later on, Jeff. Is there any public comments? I have a question, Matt. I could have used this under town officers' reports, but, so that you're not hanging around. How's that going with the rec committee?
Wonderful, right, Rick?
Except for you didn't have any coffee.
I did. You did.
Well, I didn't.
No, we met at the Grange Hall last week, and me and Rick went over the contract, and he did talk to Rick and talk to Roger, but he forgot about the meeting, and so we had to meet. So we had a quorum of 2 out of the 3,
Yeah.
and I'm temporarily the chair until we get a full board, and then at that time we'll see who wants to run it.
Okay, my understanding is that, Roger tentatively was thinking about resigning, but after conversation, I guess he decided he's gonna.
Get out for one more meeting and see how it goes. And
Yeah. Okay. Now, are you as chair, temporary chair, are you, considering having once a month meetings?
Yeah, I'm gonna try once a month till we get to so we get some more members going maybe.
Yeah.
And then we'll decide after that, maybe quarterly meetings after that or something, but at least until maybe try to get some activity, maybe, I know Rick's in contact with a few town people in town to try to get them motivated and things, and so.
Yeah, I have a couple calls in too for.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep doing that, probably at the Grange Hall, I think. I have a key for it, so it's right there. On a Wednesday, it seems to be working out pretty good, I think, whatever, so. Yeah, so then we approved the mowing bids went out, and so when we get them in, we'll look at them and.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, old business. Discuss zoning administrator appointment, and I would like to do that because it's personnel issue in executive session. So is there a motion? Going to executive session again.
So moved.
Bob made the motion. Is there-
Second.
And Cash seconded it. All those in favor?
You're gonna do
Aye.
not to exceed a certain time?
Sure, not to exceed 15 minutes.
Total or
Add
per
that.
issue?
Okay, we gotta come out and then
Per
come,
issue or-
go back in for the other one? For cash?
Yes.
I would think per
Or do it
issue.
at the same time?
15 minutes per issue.
So you're
I
gonna,
amend my motion to that.
okay, so then what you're saying is it's gonna be 2 executive sessions,
Correct.
essentially.
Well, you said we were gonna address both of them in one.
I know, I say a lot of things. It's late, although it's not football
Do
season.
we actually have to come back out and then go back in?
That's what I was just asking.
Yes, I want you to, so that we're on record as cleaning this up, huh?
Alright.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Let's go. All right, I
Is?
entertain a motion to come out of that executive session.
Make a motion that we come out of executive session as 7:04.
Second?
And Rick seconded it. All right, and that was briefly to confirm that he understands that he has been reappointed for 3 years and at the pay that we all agreed on as we worked on our budgets.
Well, I think you gotta go a little further than that. There was a misunderstanding of what the appointment schedule was, and after research on behalf of Katie and everything else, Jeff was actually not even fully aware that he had been reappointed last March in 2019 for 3 years, and he wanted clarification. There was research done, and it's all been settled now, ultimately.
Right, but ultimately, all you have to do is give a brief explanation.
I understand that, but that was totally obscure. Nobody, you just said.
No.
You just said he was reappointed, so that's why everybody was looking at you funny.
Yeah, reappointed as of 2019.
I know you didn't say that.
but I
You
didn't,
said that, you made it sound like tonight.
but I didn't have to say that because we knew, most of us knew what the argument already was. Are you,
Misunderstanding.
right?
Yeah.
I don't even wanna go there.
Or need an argument.
All right,
He's our commissioner.
so the motion was made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay. Let's see, got that. Now there's one other consideration for executive session. Does the board still feel that we want to go into that executive session?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it has to do with cash, so, I
Yes.
mean, I personally, if I was cash, I would, personal business, I would suggest it be an executive session, but I'm not cash, so he can make that
I
call.
suggest we go into executive
All
session.
right, so was there a motion to go into executive session personnel issue?
So moved.
I'll second it. Not to exceed 15 minutes.
Okay,
I'm getting hungry, so not to exceed 15 minutes. I'm timing you.
The timekeeper said we weren't over 15 minutes.
We'll check this clock with that clock.
and that clock's wrong inside.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
I'm not checking on time.
That clock was, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
You
All
saw
right, I entertain a motion to come out of executive
So
session.
moved.
Second.
Applaud.
So it was by Rick and second by Rob. Rob, I would like you to give a brief explanation so I don't have dirty looks from everybody.
Well, I think the first thing, we need to,
That vote on coming out of executive
yeah, you
session.
gotta vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
The Clarendon Select Board has, I guess we'll say, completed negotiations. And at this time, we are prepared to announce to you that Cash Ruane is our road foreman in town. So he is road foreman, going forward. And we also, I would like to make a motion currently that the position of road commissioner, which will be appointed based on voter decision of 2 years ago now, we need to post that as an opening for 14 days starting next Wednesday. So I make that a motion.
There a second?
Second.
Congratulations, Cash.
All right, all in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Mr. Chair, let it be known for the record that I recuse myself because of conflict of interest in the vote.
You have that, right, Katie?
Could you just explain, his duties as well?
Same duties?
Same duties
Same
as the
duties.
road commissioner?
Yes.
So basically, this was done on a technicality so that
The state,
if the board had chosen not to do this, he technically would be out of a job the day after elections until somebody was appointed.
Midnight.
Because the
election
road
day.
commissioner position went from elected to appointed. And they can't appoint someone in advance until the position is vacant. So in order to not have to terminate benefits and then redo the wait 30 days just to sign him back up for benefit, that kind of a thing.
Marge, if you recall, when we asked the voters last year, we asked to appoint, not hire.
But what are you posting, 14 days for a road commissioner?
We're required to fill that vacancy and we have to post it.
Right.
So then you reappoint him?
If I don't have
If he doesn't have.
That's an option,
other,
yes.
other interest, or, that's an option I have.
He's got to submit a letter like everyone else.
that on camera?
Got to steal the other, now go back to a bus driver now, right?
I might be driving bus in 2 weeks.
All right, is everybody clear on that?
Sure. Clear as mud.
Nope. What are you thinking, Mike? Okay.
It is,
You're not giving enough detail. But don't worry about it.
you know, this all started with the state getting involved with it, with leagues getting involved with it, with the Attorney General's office. Please. So anyway,
Moving right along.
moving right along. Heidi, did you have anything as a officer in town that you want to report? Good night, guys.
I think along with Gloria and the auditors, that the town reports are now available for folks to pick up. Other than that, that's all I have.
Gloria, do you have Art from still a lister, right?
Retired lister.
For a week. No.
Today is the last day?
Thank you, Art.
How's Blossom doing? Blossom's gonna be happy because you'll be able to spend more time at home now.
Blossom's a good girl.
Kelly, do you have anything? Text. Katie?
I have a couple things.
Executive session?
No.
No. Darn it.
Just Cash and I attended a weight permit seminar last Thursday. So we learned a few things, and I think we're gonna work on posting certain roads. I got a letter from Rutland Economic Development Corporation, and we sent them a letter to withdraw. So I don't know if you want me to read it.
Read it, go ahead.
Okay. So dear Town of Clarendon Board of Selectmen, I'm writing regarding the Town of Clarendon's recent decision to withdraw their membership with REC. We are disappointed to receive this news, but I want to acknowledge that our outreach to the Board of Selectmen and the town has been inadequate, and I want to use this letter as an opportunity to apologize and reopen the lines of communication. If you're willing, I'd like to schedule a time to meet to talk about REDC's work in Rutland County, how that work affects Clarendon, and to learn from you how best to serve and engage with the town. I acknowledge this conversation is long overdue. I want to thank you in advance for considering this request to meet to discuss further how best we can work for Clarendon. I look forward to hearing further from you. Sincerely, Tyler Richardson, Executive Director.
As far as I'm concerned, anybody's welcome to get on the agenda, as long as they follow the protocol to get on the agenda. Does anybody else have any comment on it?
No comment. Like you said, they can get on.
Yeah.
Open for discussion.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also got a letter for someone who'd like to be a lister. Do you want me to read that too?
All right.
So this is from Skylar Ambrose. Dear Clarendon board members, I would like to express my interest to be appointed for the open lister job. I have spent time with Mr. Underhill and Mr. Ambrose learning about the duties of a lister. I have job experience working with people both young and old. I have been hired to teach children in after-school programs and youth theater groups for several years. So far in my college career, I have mastered several computer software programs. I learn very fast and enjoy problem solving. My recent college grade point average is a 3.8 out of possible 4. Reaching goals timely is always a priority for me. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, Skylar Ambrose.
Something that we want to consider after.
Has it been posted for 14 days yet?
Gotta post it.
My question is, the spot isn't vacant yet until tonight, correct? And it can't be posted until we have an open.
It's been posted because I gave a notice
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So it's been posted.
So if that's the case, and it's been duly posted, then we could appoint her, then
Have we run that time frame?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
So I'll make the motion that we go ahead and, if it's been 2 weeks and that's the only letter we got, I'll make the motion that we appoint Skylar Ambrose as for the vacant lister position.
Why don't you slip it in Robbie, that she can be in the rec committee too. Right? All new appointments will be on the
Is
rec
that a 1 year? Is that a 1 year? Until the next election?
Well, yeah, it has
No
to.
election.
That's the only way it can be done. It has to be elected next year.
Well, if
Yeah.
you do that, does
Yeah,
she have to be
said she-
elected
yeah.
in this March?
No.
You can't run this
It's
March.
too late, it's
past
past
the
it.
date.
To
Too late.
get onto the,
The
Can't get
ballot.
on a ballot.
all right, so add that to your motion, Rob?
I don't have to. I can, but I don't have to.
I would for the, let's get it in writing.
So, and she will have to be elected in March of 2021.
Right.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll
Second.
second it.
Whoever
Any
first.
further discussion? That was seconded by Cash. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Katie, if you can get in touch with that
Yeah.
individual
Girl.
Give her my condolences.
and pass on Art's condolences.
Yeah, especially working with George.
Is there anything else, Katie, you want to report?
That's all.
Bob, do you have any concerns?
Just a complaint
Okay.
from a couple of people up around the village. It's coming the time of year, people are out walking and so on, dogs are running loose again.
Uh-huh.
Maybe Rick could pass it along to Sheriff's Department, to the Animal Control. One of the issues happened, I believe, Saturday. I believe they were both Saturday, but I got the call from them.
No.
That's all I have.
Cash, you have anything?
Yeah, I want to thank Art Menard for his years of service as a lister.
Thank you,
Very
Art.
good job.
Art.
Thank you.
And I'm sure if the other two listers were
Enjoy
here, they would say the
retirement.
same thing, because many times, both of them have commented on how you had helped them out a great deal learning the job, so. I have no concerns with Rob.
Yeah, I'd also reiterate the thank you to Art, and also a thank you to Rick and Matt for meeting and getting the work done on the rec committee that needed to be done, and we appreciate you as well.
Good job, boys. Rick, do you have?
Nothing. I don't know if all of you have heard or not, but the sheriff is retiring
Yeah.
as of March 15th, I believe, or
sheriff?
roughly in that.
Thank you, your job?
No. There are 4 people I understand as being considered, and we'll see what happens. It's an appointment by the governor, I think, is how they get on.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
Anything else?
Other than that, thanks, Cash. The guys are doing a great job. I don't mind them waking me up when it's snowing like hell. Doesn't bother me a bit. But good job.
All right, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Anyone opposed? Who seconded? Bob?
One of us did that.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.